Hi, I'm Perea. I am a student at West Mesa High School in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I will be reading an excerpt from the book The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I chose this book because of the relatable themes such as high school, bullying, cliques, class, violence. The book was banned for sexual content, violence, and vulgar language. So, very specific reasons why the book was banned was for rape themes, sex, suicide, and vulgar language. My favorite part about the book was how it was written. So the book is written as a journal. The main character Charlie writes to a friend that we don't know of, and he discusses how he's going through these life events and how he's lost his aunt and how all of these things have led up to the trauma he's been through. So the excerpt I'm reading is about Charlie's first party. Since he's a freshman, it is a very exciting time for him. Another interesting thing happened at the party before we left. Patrick came downstairs. I guess Brad had left, and Patrick smiled. Patrick came downstairs, and Bob started to make fun of him having a crush on the quarterback, and Patrick smiled more. I don't think I ever saw Patrick smile so much. Then Patrick pointed at me, and I said something to Bob. He's something, isn't he? Bob nodded his head. Patrick then said something I don't think he'll ever forget. He's a wallflower. And Bob really nodded his head, and the whole room nodded their head, and I started to feel nervous in the Bob way. But Patrick didn't let me get too nervous. He sat down next to me. You see things. You keep quiet about them, and you understand. I didn't know that other people thought things about me. I didn't know that they looked. I was sitting on the floor of the basement of my first real party between Sam and Patrick. And I remembered that Sam introduced me as her friend to Bob. And I remembered that Patrick had done the same for Brad. And I started to cry. And nobody in that room looked at me weird for doing it. And then I really started to cry. Bob raised his drink to everyone to do the same. To Charlie. And the whole group said, to Charlie. I didn't know exactly why they did that. But it was very special to me that they did. Especially Sam. Especially her. I will tell you more about the homecoming dance, but now that I'm thinking about it, me letting out the air of Dave's tires was the best part. I did try to dance like Bill suggested, but I usually like songs you can dance to, so I didn't do it too much. Sam did look very pretty in her dress, but I was trying to not notice because I'm trying to not think of her that way. I did notice that Brad and Patrick never talked once during the whole dance, because Brad was off dancing with a cheerleader named Nancy, who is his girlfriend. And I did notice that my sister was dancing with the boys she wasn't supposed to, even though a different boy picked her up at the house. After the dance, we left in Sam's pickup. Patrick was driving this time. As we were approaching the Fort Pitt tunnel, Sam asked Patrick to pull to the side of the road. I didn't know what she was going on. Sam then climbed in the back of the pickup, wearing nothing but her dance dress. She told Patrick to drive, and he just got this smile on his face. I guess they had done this before. Anyway, Patrick started driving really fast, and just before we got into the tunnel, Sam stood up, and the wind turned her dress into waves. When we hit the tunnel, all the sound got scooped up into a vacuum, and it was replaced by a song on the tape player, a beautiful song called Landslide. When we got out of the tunnel, Sam screamed this really fun scream, and there it was. Downtown, lights on buildings, and everything that makes you wonder. Sam sat down and started laughing. Patrick started laughing, and I started laughing. And in that moment, I swear we were infinite. Love always, Charlie. Thank you for watching, and I hope you are celebrating Ben Books Week as well as I am.